Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Warframe Partner Q&A. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate the golf clapping. That's very nice. My name is Megan Everett. I'm the community manager for Warframe. I have 4 wonderful human beings with me today that are my victims for this panel. We're going to start with Sir Bricky. Can I get an introduction, Bricky, of A, your name, it can be real or not, your channel, and how long you've been a Warframe partner?
Why'd you have to use that picture of me on the left?
If you're going to put it on the internet, I'm going to find it. I'm going to use it.
I bought those pants at the Renaissance Fair because they were really gold and stupid.
Yes, they are.
Okay, oh yeah, that's right. I'm Bricky. You can find me at Bricky, like everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube is all Bricky. It's a brick with a Y. What was the other question? How long have I been a Warframe partner?
Yes.
Oh, a little over a year.
Thank you, Bricky. Next up.
Wow. Hi, my name is Alyekk, and clearly she chose this picture of me.
I chose it for a reason.
For a very good reason.
You want to explain why, ma'am?
Yep. I've been a Warframe partner for about 2 years and have been loving it, so I'm really excited to be here today. Yes.
Beautiful. Next, Sir Joey over here.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Joey Zero. My channel is on YouTube. It's Joey Zero. Twitch, Joey Zero TV. And how long have I been? So I've been kind of in and out of the partner program about what, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. So yeah, I think that's. Am I missing one? I'm not sure.
No, you're good.
Okay.
All right, last not least, man on the end. Again, you put it on the internet, I'm going to use it, so don't be surprised.
That's fair. I am Omni. My channel is Omni Voice. A lot of skits, a lot of comedy, sketch comedy. I've been a partner for about 2 years. And yeah, I like to wear a bucket on my head. I think that best describes me. I think that describes my entire career.
Where did this bucket come from? What's the inspiration behind the bucket?
Well, that was actually, the inspiration came from my dad, who said, you know, you should do a parody of basically a standard, like a ShamWow commercial or like OxyClean. I just thought, all right, so we always like to prime things. So let's take something just simple, something lame, something stupid, and just prime it, talk it up, make it just bigger than larger than life. And I was like, a bucket.
Classic.
I thought you were going to go like really dark with that and go like, yeah, my dad thought the bucket would be cool because he didn't want to see me anymore. There's something like that.
It's to hide my shame.
Ah, the bucket of shame, a good one.
Hold
Actually,
your Argon crystals.
so the bucket is now your glyph. If you don't
Yes.
know Warframe partners in-game and Warframe, they get a glyph. You can represent your Warframe partner. Let's talk
yes.
actually, Joey Zero. What's the inspiration behind your glyph?
There's just a bunch of stuff I thought looked cool.
Hey, you're not wrong.
I guess there's like some symbolism and stuff, but it's kind of just all over the place. I kind of just was like, hey, Photoshop, I can make stuff look purple and maybe kind of go together a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know.
It works. Represent Joey. How about you? What's the inspiration?
Well, I had a designer that knew me very well, knows me very well, loves me very much. And I think it describes my personality.
Sure.
My, lightness. Sort of a flower. No one really knows what it is. It's pretty great.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. That's exactly what it is. It's supposed to be a mystery. I've decided.
Yeah, I like it. And I don't even know if I need to ask about Bricky's glyph, but...
Well, you said it described the personality, right? So like, that describes the personality. No one had like a anything. No one had a solid way to express how they felt doing 60-minute Kuva with no life support. And so I thought, ooh, perfect. Everyone can use this, and I can make like a little subgenre of people. I'm not proud of them.
All right. So before we get into them as partners, as probably people know them now, I'm interested in knowing about them before they were partners, before they were maybe even streamers. So maybe we'll just go down the line. We'll start with you, Joey. Let's talk about before streaming, before YouTube, before any of that was even an idea. What was Joey's life like?
Okay, so That picture is from around 2009. Those were
We all have that photo of ourselves. I know you do.
I had to dig through MySpace to get that picture.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
there you go. Prior to doing the like video and streaming things, I was very I was making nonsense indie music, and I don't know. I was pretty serious about it at the time, but
Like thought you were gonna do music producing kind of thing, or be a musician of indie music.
yeah.
I mean, you still kind of are. You are a musician in your own right.
I mean, music is still like a big part of what I do with my channel, but I'm a lot less serious about it, I guess. And that music is still out there, and I still get messages about it, and it's something like weird. But,
It's like a flashback.
yeah, but yeah, that was me, pretty much, I guess, right up until I started making videos and stuff.
Nice. Alyekk?
Me, before the streaming time. I've always been very goofy, as you can see from my picture. Thank you for choosing one of the best looking
You gave me
ones.
4 options, and the SpongeBob one I had to take.
I love SpongeBob.
Okay.
I know. I speak in SpongeBob quotes.
Can you give me one? Oh, I can't do the laugh. Sorry. Can someone else, not me?
I can sing the Krusty Krab song.
Do it. Do
Okay.
it.
Krusty Krab, pizza is the pizza from you and
Me.
me.
Hey.
Yeah, I've always been a long-time gamer. I've always goofing off in malls, as you can see in the picture. What you see is the real me, always has been the real me. I've never really changed, so I've always, my personality is what I bring to everything I do, what I bring to everything I do. So, yeah, I spent my time playing video games, watching movies. I currently study acting, and everything that involves entertainment has been what I've been involved with. Oh, I used to, I got a degree in marketing too.
Hey, me
yeah.
too.
Yay!
Yeah,
Yay.
twinsies.
And then now I'm doing this, and I love it.
There you go. Here we are. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that. Bricky, go on.
So that is my senior year high school photo. Without the beard, wow. It's really something. That was all I had, unfortunately. But you know, I still was dashing as a young man. So how we started, correct? Like
Before your streaming, before even YouTube, what was going on with Bricky?
so I mean, I gamed since I was very, very young. My parents bought me a PlayStation 1 when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I started really early. Eventually, as I grew older, the job I had was as an EMT. So I would work on an ambulance and all that stuff. And eventually I got promoted to dispatch, but it was a small company. So I would only get like 3 calls a day. And I'd be there for 12, 13 hours. And so after exhausting every podcast, after painting Warhammer figures that got really way too expensive, I started getting cabin fever. And so I thought, hey, I'll make some videos. That could be cool. And well, here we are.
There you are.
And then I quit.
Omni?
Same.
Well, I mean, you have there the king
a
on his
baby
throne.
photo. Blue's
The
Clues.
king of Blue's Clues.
Amazing.
Well, ever since I was little, I loved games, I loved story, I loved characters, I loved, my big thing was Bionicles. So when I saw Warframes, I was like, oh,
We have a Bionicle
hello,
fan.
customizable.
Me.
So time passed, you know, I'm figuring out what do I want to do. Eventually some people were like, hey, you should do stuff with your voice. And I'm like, why? And eventually I was just figured, all right, let me try to do YouTube. Let me see what happens. Let me see if I can make something happen. I tried to do Let's Plays at first. No, that was a bad idea. And then Warframe, I was playing that for a couple years, and I'm like, you know, there's not a lot of machinima. There's not a lot of like red versus blue style comedy, like just over the top sketches back and forth. Said, let me give this a shot. And here I am now.
Here you are.
Here I am now wondering how I got here.
We're reminiscing of exactly how. All right, I took some Twitter questions of the audience. First up, Jamie, who's actually here somewhere, Just a nice fluff question. Since you become partner, have there been any additions to the game that you really liked? If so, what did you like from them? Anyone?
Are we going in order, or are we just kind
Whoever
of
can think of one first.
My turn.
There you go, Omni.
The creator mode.
Ah,
Oh my
Captura?
gosh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
because-
creator mode where it hides everything?
Yeah, because I cannot count how many times I'll be having a scene. I'll be like, all right, so I need you to move about 180 degrees. There you go. Hold that position for 5 seconds, and there's Lotus telling us about the most recent alert. All right, guys, time to start from square one for the 5th time tonight. And now with creator mode, I'm just sitting there like, that's right, Lotus, you can't interrupt me now. You have no power over me now.
Oh my goodness.
I like Nightwave, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, no, it's great. No, never mind. Nightwave, I just liked it a lot because it added a lot of meaningful progression and something to work towards. I was really excited for Wisp, and I was really looking forward to using the Umbral Forma on Wisp when she came out. So it gave me a nice thing to always come back every day, new challenge, get some stuff. It added a lot of really meaningful progression. And it was very enjoyable to have that progression, even though some of the missions are a tad tedious at times, just a little. But overall, most of the stuff was very, very casual. You could kind of do them as you did other stuff, like syndicates and such. So it added a lot of that little extra bump to keep me going and going. And I'm very excited for the second round, so I really like that one.
Good. Alyekk?
I agree in all of that. For me, I really enjoyed the new experience that the most recent boss fights brought to the game.
Yeah.
I just felt they were more, they felt more threatening, more alive, and also I felt more of like a hero. I have to take this down, and I really loved the feeling that those fights brought compared to other bosses, which were fun to play, but this one is a completely new, different experience.
Yeah, the like hero moments where you're like ripping
Yes.
the face off.
Where you show off your fashion frame.
It's the best time.
Yes.
For me, probably the thing that has made the biggest impact, I guess, on what I do is definitely Captura.
Yeah.
But like content-wise, it's just Fortuna. The whole the whole aesthetic, like the K drives and the kit guns, and just like it's so dense with like so many cool things that it's just that's, I don't know, like the aesthetic there is just really, I guess, has like defined my Warframe experience over the last year
Sure.
in such a big way
Yeah.
that it's kind of hard not to just be like Fortuna.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, we were talking to the voice actress of the Prophet Taker Orb back in the green room for a
Tamra
sec. Yeah, she's so nice. It's so funny
Yeah.
because the orb is so horrifying
Yeah.
and so mean, but she's like so sweet. It's cool.
Well, it's like Omni. He's so sweet, but he can do a terrifying voice, probably.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Aren't I adorable?
You sound like, what's the guy from Hostage?
what?
The guy on the telephone.
I'm Batman.
Yes, Batman. I'll take Batman. All right, next question. As Warframe continues to expand to newer and greater horizons, does it get hard to keep up on the creator side?
Yes,
Yes.
for years.
In a bad way or in a good way?
In a good way. It's I haven't even had Baruch in my videos yet. I had him like have a cameo, and I'm still behind. Now Wisp is here. I'm like, what do I do? Where does this character go? I only have so many voices I can do. I'm gonna have to start. They're just gonna have to start sharing the same voice.
Hey man, how's it going? Oh, it's going great. You sound really handsome. Thanks.
If I was news, or if I I had to keep up on it, maybe, but I don't. You know, if I make a Warframe video, I'll be playing Wisp, but it's not like a Wisp video.
Sure.
So I'm maybe in a better or a not so tough horizon there. It's more just time. You know, when something new comes out, especially on the YouTube side of things, you need to get it like immediately, or else they just, you know, oh, I'm going to do my cool video on Fortuna 10 hours after it's come out. I'm like, oh, well, I missed my opportunity. So besides that, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm all right.
All right, good, Bricky.
For me, I just really get excited about everything that comes out. So as soon as we get all of the new information, I study. And when I create content specifically for YouTube, I just started doing that recently. I've been focusing on fashion frame, and the new things that have been coming up aren't overwhelming, but they are amazing to show off. So it hasn't been difficult for me, and every other content that comes out, I just show off on stream, so it just happens organically. So that would be a no for me.
For me, I'd say yeah, but like So every channel is a little bit different, right? Like there have been a couple of times that like I've had to miss out on some of the Nightwave things because of like working on editing or something like that. Or same as like, you know, if like a Wukong rework is released and you're like in the middle of something that's like kind of eating up a whole bunch of your time, you finish that project and then everybody's like, oh, what do you think of the Wukong rework? And it's like,
Couldn't tell.
let me tell you about that Wukong rework. But no, so it can be like there's a balance there for a lot of people, I feel like, and it can be, but I mean it's definitely easier if you don't let it like get to where it's like
Being a partner helps because you get the emails about like what comes out and like what you can and can't talk about.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
That's nice.
Way to tell everyone that you get that.
Well, I said there are things I can't talk about.
Fair. NDA. You better watch yourself. All right, so Kylo Ren, is Warframe too complicated for newer players? More so than it was 4 or more years ago with 40 Warframes and new game mechanics. Is it too complicated?
I think to a point, yes. I try to bring in a lot of new people into Warframe, and they're like, oh, let me give this a shot. And then they usually hit like the first dead end. Now, thankfully, there's going to be like a lot done with Arcwing in the future. But for people that get into Arcwing, they're like, oh, okay, here's a whole new system. And then they get to the dead end of just like fighting Jordis. And then they're like, so now there's nothing left to do with this? They feel very overwhelmed. But as for the exploration aspect, it's a 50-50 when you get new people. They're either all into this, they're like, ooh, let me fully explore what's going on, or they're like, ooh, too much. The modding screen, I don't like this.
It's weird because I would say yes, it is too complicated. But whenever people ask me how should I get into Warframe, I always say go to the wiki, find a frame, find one that you think is cool. For me, when I started, it was Valkyr. Because I was like,
brother.
oh boy, I can go invulnerable.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's her ass, Bricky. It's always her ass. But no, because she had like her 4, which made her completely invulnerable before they kind of nerfed it. And I'm like, oh, cool, easy. Like easy frame. So I looked up, okay, how do I get this? Okay, I gotta go to Jupiter. I gotta farm out V. How do I get to Jupiter? Go through the star chart, do these kinds of things. So it's nice to do something simple like you want this weapon, you want this frame, okay, this is what you gotta do to go get it. And
kinda learn along the
obviously,
way.
some of those are easier than others.
Yeah.
Like I don't wanna get Limbo or Atlas ever again. But, you know, if you wanna go get like, what's an easy one? What's like an easy boss?
I can get Rhino from Jackal.
Yeah, Rhino from Jackal. There you go. And Rhino's really good for new players. So simple stuff like that really helps. But the beginning start is a little bit rough. I'm hoping that the gameplay is what keeps them going in the beginning because it's really, really good, and then they can kind of soar through the rest.
Whatever you do not bring your new friends to Hydron. Don't do it.
I'm getting really sick of reviving people.
I believe that when a new player, drawing from my experience, I started playing Warframe 2 years ago. For me, it was certainly overwhelming. I had never played a loot shooter like this before. I had played shooters, so for me, it was about learning the Warframe language and the currencies. I felt initially overwhelmed, but after about a week or so, and having a community that was helping me out, I was able to learn it quite easily. And for people that come into the stream, to my chat, I feel like when we're showing what we're playing, they're eager to get there, and all of the amount of guides that we can provide are helping them get to that point. So it's about helping them enjoy the early phases of the game to get to what they're seeing there. So it can be complicated at the beginning, but I don't think so. Once they are able to learn everything that the Warframe language, I think, is what. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with like the Warframe language being the biggest thing. I think, but I also think that in a lot of ways Warframe has become a lot easier.
Yep.
It's become a lot easier to explain to some people, and a lot easier to it's become a lot easier to catch up than it used to be. Especially like, 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago there was a lot less to catch up on. But like, there was a pretty lengthy period of time where we didn't know if Barrow was going to be bringing the same things back. So it's kind of like, okay, either you got him or you didn't. And now I guess that we have, there are so many more things that I guess we have become a lot more accustomed to, I guess just knowing what to expect with like where things are going, and like, if the devs say that this is if we see a dev stream and they say, okay, this is coming out in the next month or two or whatever, then we've usually got a pretty good idea of like how to deal with that, I guess.
Right.
But you know, I definitely agree that like the language is the hardest thing to come up with. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
just put together a status build. Excuse me? Like, but yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if like 30% of the star chart missions were like gone, so they can get to the second dream and stuff a lot quicker. Because that's where like the real meat gets there. But sometimes it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, man, just play it for about 80 hours, and then you'll get some really good story content. It's a little hard to sell.
Yeah, understandable. His second part, what are your wishes for the future regarding communication with the developers? Less communication? More? Eh?
I gotta be honest, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, same.
Most of the stuff we talk about, most of the stuff the community talks about gets addressed in one way or another. I mean, granted, we had to fight for UNIVAC, but we got that. So it's great. It's just, you don't like ask for something and then expect, all right, next dev stream, they better talk about it.
They didn't talk about it. They don't like us anymore.
No, you just gotta wait. They have a lot on their plate. They're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say, I've played a lot of games in my time. There are very few as as DE. They're really, really on the ball, surprisingly. I mean, they don't do all the things that we want them to do, like remove Wisp's stupid thing on her back.
Stop looking at me when you say that.
That dumb thing. It's like, it clips every Sindana, or every single one. I'm so angry. Why they put that there? It's just, I'm just so disappointed.
We all know the real
DE,
reason you
you've
want
changed.
that removed.
It used to be about the community. What have you done?
Oh my god.
No, overall, I mean, they're really, really up there. Which is actually kind of the joke, is that because they're so on it. I think quite often the bar of what people are upset about kind of gets like lower. So you might get like like, oh, they didn't do this or this. I'm like, well, man, we wouldn't even get like a fifth of that in any other game. Like, I think we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I feel that I agree. Streaming
About the Wisp thing.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
it does clip. I love Wisp. I feel with my experience as a partner has been really amazing in terms of communication. I did not expect to have so much communication with the community team, and not just the community team, but the devs as well. Like it's so transparent, not just for us as partners to learn everything that we have to do for our content, but also if I wasn't a partner, I would still be able to access so much information that is months ahead that you would never be able to know in another game. So I think that transparency through dev streams, prime times, brings everybody together, and I don't think there's any need for, I mean, more is best, but there's no need for any less communication.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever argue that less communication is preferable. I think a part of it's also kind of on the community a little bit. Like, the devs are very clear, and I see a lot of the people covering Warframe be very clear about, like, making sure that if you have feedback, go to the feedback on the forums. Don't just like, if you spam it in region chat, like nobody's gonna, you're not gonna see that get picked up on the on the next dev stream or whatever. Like, oh, I talked about how I wanted conclave changes in region chat yesterday, and they didn't. That's
What's
silly.
a conclave?
Oh.
I have about like 5 out of the 6 people that play conclave that are like giving you the laser.
It's more than the amount of people
You
who
guys
play
like-
Lunaro.
I kind of like
Okay,
Conclave.
okay.
You guys like all queue at the same time, and so you all like get in the same game like every time? You're like,
Okay.
get the-
Bricky. I'm moving on. Loco wants to know crunchy or smooth peanut butter.
Extreme
Don't make me
crunchy.
choose. Don't make us choose.
I don't like peanut butter.
Whoa. Whoa.
I just devalued like all of my Wisp wants. They're just like, oh, we can't listen to this guy anymore.
Doesn't like peanut butter.
Just say you're allergic. You'll be fine. Smooth for me. Smooth. Smooth peanut butter.
Okay, Reese's are good. I'll give them that.
See ya.
You said, what'd you say? The most chunky?
Extreme crunchy.
Extreme crunchy.
I'm kind of both. It doesn't really matter to me.
All right, I like it.
I'm not picky.
Leonidas wants to know, where did they share their videos to cultivate an audience, or just how to cultivate an audience really?
So is this asking like how to advertise like a new channel or something?
Yeah.
I did Reddit. I actually got shadow banned on Reddit for self-promotion. way back when.
Did it work though? Was it a
Yeah,
success?
obviously I'm here. But yeah, I mean, like, that's one way. If you're doing YouTube, it's like playing the algorithm quite a bit, surprisingly. Like, if you just play the little algorithm game, you can get somewhere. At least, you know, maybe 1 out of 10 videos might get picked up, and then that might help you out, and then and then the ball gets rolling. Twitch is weird. I always feel like Twitch is easier to get started with than YouTube, but it's harder to get like really up there. It's weird to explain. So I don't know. Do one of you guys have anything on Twitch, maybe?
If it's specifically to sharing videos, it might not be the best place to share them because of visibility. If you are streaming your content, and I believe that if you are creating content, any kind of content, it should be shared in every single platform that you have access to, and then you're able to choose which audience from which platform really likes what you're making, and that's where you should go through. I think, yeah, everything that you have available should be used. Social media, YouTube, again, the algorithm, but that's something to learn. I believe Twitter is amazing for sharing content. So if you guys are starting out, definitely share what you're making there, so it's exposed as many people as possible.
There are also some community resources that are worth like sharing your stuff on. So like there's like the fan art section on the forums, and there are a couple sections on the forums that are pretty good for that. There are also, so like I know my Discord server and a couple of other Discord servers that have like a dedicated channel that's just for like, hey, you make a video, you can post it here. Yeah, I'd say beyond, like back in the day it was Reddit, but nowadays it's mostly just play the algorithm game and just keep quiet about it yourself, and then eventually it'll, something will get picked up.
So let me tell you, as someone who started from square one on YouTube, it is a challenge. It's a good challenge, but it is a challenge. YouTube is not a constant thing. It does not, like, you can't just upload a video and expect, all right, this one's gonna get 1,000 views, next one's gonna get 1,000 views, we're gonna be good. You're gonna go through times where the last video you might had like 2,000 views. The next one's gonna have 200. It's not your fault. It's not because, well, I mean, if you changed up your content, some people might not like it. But if you upload the exact same type of video twice in a row, YouTube might one day be like, I don't really want to, I want to get this guy's video out here. Or you might upload a video you don't really care about, and suddenly it's on the front page, and you're just, I didn't want this one to succeed. I was just doing this because I had to. But to get started, you can do any sorts of things. You can go on Reddit. You can be retweeted by another very established person in the Warframe fan base. I am talking about you, Shy. I would like to thank Quiet Shy for pretty much being the main reason I'm even here. I uploaded my first video thinking, this isn't gonna get any attention.
She's so mean, though.
She is, but it's wonderful.
It is.
And yeah, and so she has continued to support. She tweeted that out. She's said, oh my gosh, you gotta check this out. So it's been a huge help. And also I know you're watching. I know you're looking for moments to put in your video, your TennoCon highlights of cringe. So here's a little content for you, against my better judgment. Real close to my face.
He said he
Shy.
was going to
How
do
you
this
doing?
earlier, and I didn't think he would do it.
I am a man of my word.
One last thing on the video part of it. I like to describe like YouTube as like D&D. At the end of the day, yeah, you are rolling a dice. There is a bit of luck, but it's like 10%, where the rest is your tags, your thumbnails, your titles, video length, watch time, things like retweets and shares, trending reports. Those are your weapons, your advantage, your dungeon squad mates. Those are your extra tools. So yeah, some are gonna be good, some are not, but you have a lot of tools at your disposal to at least shift that luck in your favor to a pretty solid degree.
Yeah, and also choose things that you're passionate about so that the quality of what you're making goes up. It'll show through the video and the content that you're creating, and it'll get better chances of people actually catching on and really enjoying from. It's a great starting point, and then you can expand from there.
And don't be too picky or discouraged if, like, you make a video. Like I spent a lot of time doing the Couch Potatoes, which is just like a series of TV and meme-inspired skits. It didn't go over too well. And then I did Region Chat, which is just me clipping people being really disturbed in region chat and voicing over it. And
That
I've
doesn't
done.
exist. People in region chat are so happy all
They're
the time.
so crazy. I love all of you. And just, I was like, all right, maybe this won't work. 8 videos later. And it's at first I was like, maybe this will be the big thing, but you got to embrace it. If something you do picks off and you can get a hang of it, you can like it, do it. Just do it. Live it.
Right on. Good advice, guys. Little Navi, who's also here somewhere. Which facet of technology from the game do you wish existed in real life?
K-drives.
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 Wow, those are some basic ass answers. How about respawning? How about coming back alive? It's like, how about jumping off a cliff and just magically like landing back on the platform?
Still K-drives.
Wow.
K-drives.
Carrier.
Carrier? Those exist. It's just a vacuum.
No, but this one could hold snacks.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fair point.
It's got ammo box for Doritos.
I actually thought about having a real arsenal in my apartment. That would be wonderful. If I could have all of my fashion, clothing, everything in one machine that just, changed the color of my outfit that would be amazing.
Yeah?
Yes, and the K-drive.
And the K-drive.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get dressed for work this morning. Oh no, I hit randomize all.
Yeah.
I've got clown shoes. They're purple.
Yeah, the question says, which facet of technology from the game do you wish existed in real life? Oh, it's from the game. Damn it, I thought it just meant from games. Never mind. Respawning.
Respawning is your answer?
Respawning is my final answer.
I feel like
You only
that's
get 4 in Warframe.
basic.
Sure, that's fine.
Unless you got arcanes.
I'll take one. I'll take Wukong with arcanes.
All right, Connor, who's also here. How many hours did Joey massage glass rims to make Atlas sounds?
2.
2 hours?
2, yeah.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say too
Really?
long. Too long.
So yeah, we streamed it. For those of you that don't know, there was an episode of. So I've got like a variety show about Warframe, and we did like a fan remake of some of the Atlas sounds, and I like kind of using some of the techniques that DE showed off on dev streams and stuff, and I wanted to do some of the like crystal sounds from Gara. So we did a 2-hour stream with like a big old bucket of water and some like crystalware. And yeah, recorded a bunch of the sounds and stuff. But yeah, it was 2 hours. Also, I think that's hydroxate.
That is
one.
hydroxate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic hydroxate question. All right, Scorched Ice wants to know, is Omni I love you and you're the best a valid question?
Is you're the best a valid answer?
Oh. If that doesn't work, try what's your favorite video you've done, or what would be your dream video to make?
I don't want to pick one. I love all of them.
Bullshit. No way.
All right, there are a few of them that aren't so great. I honestly, I think the Perfectly Normal Kubrao is my favorite. I think it culminated. That was the point in which I went from, wow, I don't know what I'm doing, to, I have an idea. I think I kind of know. What would be a dream video to make? I have always wanted, I dream bigger than life. I've always wanted to do a full-scale, like, major machinima, comedy, adventure, massive thing with not just me, with tons of people. I want to get any and all content creators that want to get in on it. I want multiple people editing. I want people doing scripts. I want this major project. This is the partner project sort of thing. And I've just thought, have a big scale thing where I'm not having to do all the voices because I can only do so many. And please, maybe some female voices, because I don't know about you, but I'm not really able to do that very well.
Is my voice not feminine enough?
Give me your best shot.
No.
Come on. I believe in you.
So it's like Arby and the Chief kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Warframe? That'd be so cool. I'd be so down.
I agree. I
Call
think
me.
you should do it.
Larger than life.
I'll help.
There you go. You got Alyekk on it. Bricky, what about you?
We got one. We
You
got
got
two.
one.
We're ready. We got the team.
Bricky,
Can we?
Wait,
can
what
we
are
just-
you asking me?
the question.
What was the question?
It's right there.
Well, that's for Omni.
What?
That's for Omni.
Well, everyone can answer it.
Come on, answer it.
We're sharing.
Favorite video I've done. Okay. If we're talking about like my favorite Warframe stuff, has definitely been the Fast Frame series. It was like little 40-second or faster skits about just dumb names for all the characters. But the best part was just the thumbnails. One of the artists, shout out to, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's like DYLKI. Yes.
Dilky.
Dilky something.
Dilky.
He made all the thumbnails
Dilky's
for
amazing.
that series, and they are hilarious and so fun. And I wish I had some I could show.
There might be some later.
Oh, good. Okay, he's wonderful. He was a pleasure to work with, and it was always good to have each of those videos kind of going through because they were really dumb. They were really dumb, but that was kind of the enjoyment. And so I like doing those a lot. A dream video. I would love to make a multi-part series, like slightly meme guides on frames, and have an associated alcoholic cocktail for each of them. And then have like a little book with a bunch of artwork of each of them, and each page has the drink and the ingredients and the artwork of the frame. And it's like a big hardback book, and I sell it for way too much, and you know, then I do good.
Favorite video that I've done. I have a whole library on YouTube that has a total of 3 videos, so I have a lot to choose from. I think my favorite one out of those 3 is the my top 10 Warframe skins because it was my very first one, and I fell in love with it, with just being able to bring what I already do on stream into YouTube and then just focus entirely on that. I think also just seeing the video do nicely too. It was you know, like your little baby, your first content. And then as for dream video, I think I would like to. I've always imagined doing a Warframe. How do I say it? Like real life acting, but Warframes. Like an operator type scene because I love acting. I would love to reenact scenes or maybe expand certain stories through YouTube videos and, you know, kind of like a fan video of that. That'd be pretty cool.
Very cool. Joey.
I think my favorite's probably like enemy AI, like the death animation with the. So it's like some music and some frame-by-frame animation for like I think it was like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that. But it was just a lot of fun to put together. Like the music was really, I don't know. I was like sitting there crying while recording it. I was like, oh, it was kind of nuts. And then the idea for the animation kind of came a little bit later. But it was it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it was so much fun. And yeah, that's probably like the one that I'm like the most proud of. But yeah, dream video to make. I think Omni kind of mentioned it. Like, I think anybody that's ever like touched machinimas, like, has at some point been like, I wonder if I could do a feature-length machinima. Nah.
It's such an undertaking. You'd have to get everything together, and also, you'd have to try to work with me.
Dude, let's do it.
Fun.
Let's do it. Let's put it together. I'm
Kickstarter.
100% serious. Let's do like a.
Me at 3 in the morning. Hey, I've got a great idea for a script idea. Please let me sleep.
Let's get everybody and let's do it. I'm so down. Like I'm so serious right now.
All right.
I
do
agree.
something.
Sounds amazing.
All right. Next up, Comrade. Oh my God, my boys in Alyekk. What's one thing you're most hyped for on Warframe?
I'm so excited for when they finally remove the wisp thing.
Okay.
You can go, man.
That's his real answer, is the sad part.
Yeah, it's sort of, but I gotta think of a second one, so you go.
I gotta be honest, I was so excited when I saw that the big boy Frame's name was Grendel. Oh my God. I was so bad. I was hoping he was gonna have a cool name. I'm so excited for him.
Grendel
I want
is
Grendel.
a good name for you?
I want Big Boy.
Yeah.
I want Sumo Man. I don't even know what voice I'm gonna give him. I don't want to be stereotypical. I don't want him to have a big voice like this.
Give him a high-pitched one.
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
Hey, I'm Grendel. I'm gonna eat you now.
I love it. Love it.
The new war. I cannot wait for more story, more lore. I just love immersing myself into that world when those new cinematics come out and the new. I love it. So I cannot wait to see where the story goes with the new war.
Very good.
Dude, I can't wait for Frame Fighter.
What do you mean? It's a thing.
I know. I was hoping
Aw.
that I was trying to be funny.
You're trolling.
Was that a meme?
No.
Oh, okay.
Probably the that like runner frame, dude. Like I'm really excited to see where that goes.
He also has a name.
Probably-
Gauss.
Gauss.
Yeah,
Gauss.
Does
Like
he?
Gauss, Gauss.
thank
Yeah.
you for pronouncing
wasn't
that
aware.
first. I didn't know how to pronounce it.
They're best friends, Grendel and Gauss.
Is it Gauss or Gauss?
I had no idea.
Goose.
I work here and I have no idea.
Yeah, I am Goose.
Goose. Oh, someone says
But,
Goss.
that's the-
Let's go
probably
with
the-
that guy in the crowd.
Audience says Goss. I'll go with Goss.
All right, next question. What Warframe would you be, or that represents you the most? Don't say Wisp.
Oh, all right. I can drop Trow on stage and then see if I compare. Mm-hmm. No.
Rated M for mature, everyone who's watching.
Actually, I don't know.
Harrow. Because
Bricky missed opportunity.
Hero was my favorite frame before Wisp.
Harrow.
He's a cool guy.
Because we're, we can get a little dark, a little edgy.
Yeah, or we like chains and stuff. We like that feeling when you're not playing Hero and then we randomly notice our health is gray and we're like, thanks, Hero.
We're here for you. we're your dark agent.
What a
boys.
nice guy,
We're just here to heal you.
Oh man, my Amprex is red critting right now. What a good guy. He's so nice.
It's just, we're really nice to people. We like to dress up really fancy, and we beat ourselves up over stupid things.
All the time. And he has probably one of the best noble stances in the game. Just that cool behind the back thing. The only downside is that every other frame will wave around nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, just doing this instead of his thurible.
We don't talk about the agile.
Yeah, that's a weird one. No offense, everything's great in
Yeah,
Warframe.
thanks, Bricky.
Yes. Bring me the credits.
That's a great question. I actually don't know what frame represents me the most. Come back to me. Go.
Octavia. Octavia is so fun.
I feel like your glyph is also very Octavia vibe.
Yeah.
I feel that.
She's always dancing. I feel like wherever she goes in the world, she's just, the world is burning. It's okay. We're just dancing. We're just, having a fun time. It's okay. We'll deal with it with some music. I dance wherever I go. It doesn't matter. So I feel like Octavia would be me as a Warframe, I think.
Very good.
I think I'd have to go with Volt, probably. Just because Volt. Because he's got the Zener skin, and it's just such a, I don't know. I like the aesthetic a whole lot.
Yes. Bricky, did you come up with some?
Yeah, I'll be Hildren.
Why?
Not because I look like her or nothing like that, but because I identify as a helicopter.
A helicopter.
Yeah. She goes around the place and goes pew, 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 and it's cool, and she does a lot of damage.
All right.
It's cool.
We've learned
Helicopter.
today.
What?
We've learned today.
Thank you.
You identify as a helicopter.
It's a meme. I'm good at those.
All right, next question. Primarily, this is for Omni, but can be
All the
extended to
attention
the
today.
others. What is your favorite part of the video making process, and what is your least favorite?
Favorite part is when you start with a video and you're thinking, all right, so what am I trying to imagine here? Let's say a guy standing in the middle of a field doing something nondescript, and then Warframe descends from the heavens. Glorious golden light coming down, massive angelic choir, and it just goes right up behind this guy, turns him around, slaps him across the back, immediately goes back up, and there's a kick me sign. And I just think, all right, that'd be a cool scene. Once you get through that whole process, you get to the end, and then you just see everything work together, and you just go, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I imagined in my head. There's no bumps and bruises. This isn't some sort of, well, I guess it's good enough. It just comes down, does its thing, and it looks perfect. That is my favorite moment, when you see your creativity come to fruition. My least favorite part is when I go to export it, and it breaks.
Which application do you use?
I use VideoPad,
Why?
because I like working with limitations.
Apparently. Like to handicap yourself.
It's the only way I can truly work.
Don't I just get Premiere or Vegas or something? Or Final
I've gone
Cut
too
Pro?
far, man. I started low and I can't change now. I don't know how to work the other ones. I'm okay if the person floating down just goes boop, 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 all over the place before they get there. It's fine. I'll make it work.
It's okay, they all crash probably just as much.
Control S, save that. Gotta save it.
Well, it's crashing during the export. That's the problem.
Does anyone else want to touch on that?
Yeah, I agree with Omni. I feel like when you are imagining whatever it is you're creating, that's one of the most funnest moments. You're just fantasizing about what you're going to create, and anything can come up. And then when you see it in the end come to whatever it is you imagined, that is the best feeling you can ever have. As for least favorite is when something breaks. Yeah, when something breaks. When I have to be troubleshooting and I don't know how to fix it, and I have to reach out to other people to be like, listen, I am just learning this right now. I really need your help, and it takes hours for me to fix things. Yeah, that would be it for me.
For me, the favorite part is usually like whenever you're making something and you get that first moment where you watch it and it like resonates with you. Like you're like editing it and I don't know, something lines up with the music just right, or like
Or like you laugh at your own joke and you're just like, damn, that was
you
good.
get a little chuckle out of it or whatever. That's probably my favorite part. My least favorite part is like proof watching afterwards, and like that you find something that you missed on the first like 3 proof watches, and then it's like, okay, well, I guess this is going up tomorrow.
I
Is that
will
happening?
add to that and say another part that goes in line with that. When I am done with a video, I am so sick of watching it. I watch these videos like 50 times through. I listen to my same voice clip countless times, and I hate the sound of my voice by the end of the day.
Yeah, I think the worst for me, or best and worst, is like filming 2 hours of gameplay and then realizing your audio track was muted. And then just like, I'm gonna go to bed forever.
All right, moving on. With the constantly expanding community of Warframe, do you find yourself perhaps leaning away from more complicated things like precise numbers and endgame, and instead attempting to appeal to the new player base?
Not entirely. I like to try to make a lot of the content kind of ambiguous. You can kind of catch on to slight things, but there's a lot of inside jokes, a lot of things that only people who have experienced a lot of the game would understand. But I think you would just want to mix it up. You'd want to like have a video that's a little more in depth, make the veterans laugh, and then a video that anyone going into this can go, "What is this game this guy's doing all this stuff with?" Ooh.
I really like fashioning out my frames. That's one of my big favorite things, is just customization, and that is across all like player bases, new and old. Well, everyone will like to customize, so that's really simple and easy. I actually don't do a lot of the big major stuff in Warframe, particularly so I can avoid burnout. Like I've never fought an Eidolon, never done a Profit Taker. I rode the K drive barely at all. I have no, what are those things? Arcanes, I have none of them at all. My prime point blank is only like 7 ticks in. It's not even maxed out yet. Like I try to, kind of moderate myself so that every time I come back, I'm like, yeah, this is really fun and everything is, this is really cool, all this new stuff. And so I can try to like maintain a mental state between someone who's played it for a while and someone coming in new. And I'm also not good at the game, like good. So making everything gold and pink is like really easy.
I think since most of my content is on Twitch, I feel like I have the flexibility to tailor my content to whoever is playing with me. I can either do something more casual to help people learn, or do something more complicated, or just go straight up to go farming. And I think Twitch helps me do that. I tailor it to whoever's playing with me, whoever's watching me. If someone brings something up, I have the flexibility to actually show them, so I don't have the need to specify or adjust my content to fit. I think it fits everybody. If I were gonna do YouTube, I would probably do something that I love, instead of trying to appeal to a player base, at least to start. Yeah.
I think for YouTube, again, every channel is vastly different. So like there are a lot of channels that focus a lot on the more like, I guess, complicated stuff. There are a lot of channels that do like build videos and stuff like that. And then there are channels that decidedly do much kind of newer content. They cover a lot of stuff for like new players and stuff. And it's really rare, I think, to see somebody that does a lot of some very technical videos, I guess, like change their tone to kind of suit some of the newer player base and stuff. Which, and I don't see a lot of creators go back and forth, but again, it's really just dependent on your channel. I do see some creators do that pretty successfully, but I don't think, it's been a pretty rare occurrence for me that, thinking like, oh, there are going to be a lot of new players in Warframe, I should probably make some videos for newer players.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty, like, that happens maybe like once a year or two.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
yeah.
All right.
I don't like the evil
I
Mr.
don't know
Burns.
if you noticed, but I changed the slide. I had to skip a few questions because I spent a lot of time making trivia, and I really want to get to it.
Oh
Because
boy.
I like making you guys sweat.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy.
We are starting with Bricky. What was your first Fashion Frame YouTube video, and what did you dub this Warframe's 4th ability?
Ah, crap. My first one ever?
Yep,
Oh boy. Was it XCal?
it was.
It was XCal.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wasn't the sword God in anime on my side? Because it was the.
I don't
it
know.
was the
Let's,
sword. Oh, please don't
let's
play
maybe
it.
find out.
Oh, please don't play it.
Fast
Please
frames.
don't play.
Excalibur. He's the sword guy. He's got swords and shit. Health, meh. Energy, meh. Shields, meh. Armor, pretty good. With such exciting abilities like Studies the Blade, Spammy Stabby, makes melee combat take way too long, delete button, and the power of God and anime on his side. Builds, defense, range, duration, flashbangs, offense, strength, efficiency, nuclear spears. Verdict, working eyeballs are stupid. Goodbye.
I hate that shit. I hate listening to myself on. God damn it.
Good thing
My
I have
face is
another
so
one.
red.
All right, which verdict did you give Nyx in her fast frame video?
Was it about like her legs or something?
You tell
Are
me.
you gonna play this one as well?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll just find out.
No,
shall
no,
we?
please.
Fast frames. Nyx. She's the mind girl. She controls your mind and shit. Health, meh. Energy, great. Shields, meh. Armor, fucking dumb. With such exciting abilities like drop your weapons, kill your friends, useless, kill each other, and kill yourselves. Builds, defense, range, duration, map-wide control, offense, strength, efficiency, pretend 2 is useful. Verdict, thick thighs control my minds. Goodbye.
I knew it was her leg. Oh, that's Doki's art,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great.
I think my favorite one is Umbra. Screw
Oh,
it.
the Umbra one's great.
Yeah, the one's
See,
great.
my favorite of those verdicts is Saren's, because it's Thigh-Heiser and Bloom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
I didn't do Wisp, though. I gotta figure that one out.
All right, next one. Which fast frame of video did you dub their second ability as Let's Get Naked?
Aren't we over at 2?
Nope. I mean,
What?
yes, but keep going.
You should do theirs.
Oh.
We only got 5 minutes.
Get it.
Don't chicken out.
I'm stalling.
Do it.
Who is it?
Let's Get Naked. Oh, what was it? Okay, hold on. Okay. Their second ability is Let's Get Naked.
Yeah.
Audience, anyone? Chroma? Oh, it probably was Saren, wasn't it?
You tell me.
I don't know. I made like 40 of
Is
these.
Saren your guess?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with Saren. Please no. Oh, it's Gara.
Fast frames. Gara.
Oh, it's
Gara?
still
Gara.
lies.
She's the glass girl. She got glass and shit. Health, meh. Energy, great. Shields, meh. Armor, reflected. With such exciting abilities as burning my eyes, pocket glass, let's get naked, stop shooting yourself, and the glassing of reach. Builds, offense, strength, efficiency, I got glass in my eye. Defense, range, duration, the room is all glass. Verdict, with glass comes class. Goodbye.
Good job.
That one's less enjoyable.
You got it wrong, but that's all right. All right,
I did
we're
get it
moving
wrong.
on
Thank
from
God.
you, Bricky. All right, Alyekk. What happened in Warframe to cause this reaction?
I don't remember. It must have. Wait. Spoilers? No spoilers.
You'd be incorrect if you said spoilers.
Okay. Okay, so my hair's darker, so it was a while ago. Wasn't the rope below list.
Ah, someone yelled it in the crowd.
Probably. It could have been that. It could have been that. Let's go with that.
What's your guess?
I probably killed an animal in open world.
You killed an animal, eh?
Wasn't it?
So that the community enjoys it, but I'm not going to open it up to everyone.
I was hoping it was going to be like that Last of Us moment, or it's like the bunny.
Oh, the
It's like,
bunny. Yeah. No, you shot the lens and you killed yourself.
You brought a lens
wasn't me.
to arbitration?
It was a challenge. I was meant to survive.
It was a bad
Everyone
challenge.
thought I wasn't gonna die. Everyone thought I was gonna die, and I was like, all right, I'll show you. I'm not gonna die. And then I didn't kill myself. It was a drone that exploded, by the way. Watched in
Ah.
slow-mo.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Wasn't me.
Moving on. What happened in Warframe to cause this reaction?
I think I'm having it right now. Oh man, maybe I did kill an animal in this one.
Just going with kill an animal.
Why do you keep killing animals?
I'm not trying to, it just happens.
All right.
8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. You fucker! Forget this! Forget this!
You did not kill an animal. You just screwed up your mastery test. All right, Joey Zero. What did you fail in Warframe to get this reaction?
A mining node.
A mining node.
Yup, there it is.
Here it is. All right, we got this. We got this. All right. No!
That's correct. Very good. All right, what game mode were you playing to get this reaction?
Frame Fighter.
Frame Fighter, you said?
What? He just disappeared.
Correct. Good job, Joey. All right, Omni, yours is a bit trickier. What is your most viewed Warframe YouTube video about?
I'm pretty sure this is the one about the Kubrow.
Yeah?
I think so.
That's your final answer?
That is my final answer.
All right.
Oh, wonderful, just wonderful. Solve one problem and another one arises. Oh, such is the life of poor Loki. Will his soul never find solace? Shall I never know peace? Hey, Loki! Ah! How did you? Before that, please tell me you didn't break anything by getting in here. Define break. Well, grand. Now I have 2 problems to deal with. What's troubling you? Well, thanks to some unforeseen circumstances, I now have the unfortunate task of disposing with a deranged and deformed quadruped that decided to make home with my Lizette. You're disposing the what now? Why do I even bother to attempt conversation? There's a dog on my ship. You got a dog? Ooh, I wanna see! No, trust me, you don't. Oh, I think it's coming here now. Aw, look at the little... Dude, you're messed up. I did not ask for this!
Did you ever play like the original Nier game, not Automata but Gestalt?
I did not.
Okay, there's a character called Grimoire Weiss. You sound like identical to him with your Loki voice.
I like this.
It's really good. It's voiced by Liam O'Brien, so you should take that as a big
I
compliment.
really like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, in your video, Deluxe Boys, what Warframe is featured?
The Warframe that I betrayed the trust of in its entirety. Frost.
Frost, you say.
I'm so sorry, Frost.
Home at last. Feels like it's been forever. Oh, hey, there was a dev stream today. I should go check that out. Let's see what we got. Kavat de-uglying, Ash Deluxe Skin, Corpus Rathum. Oh, at long last, a dedicated decoration mode. Alright, this is some pretty good stuff. I like what I see. Alright, gives me something to look forward to, I guess. I guess I'll go, unpack my things.
They just said the words Frost Prime. I mean, no, Frost Deluxe Skin.
What? It's beautiful!
You're so smart. All right, that's it for the Warframe Partner Panel. Thank you again to Omni Voice, Bricky, Alyekk, and Joey Zero.